welcome back to Cat and Dogs on Wheels. I'm Cat. These are the dogs, Echo and RJ. Yes. Echo is the highest energy of the three of us, obviously. So, it's friggin' cold. I was not dreaming of a white Christmas, but we got it. And it is lasting all the way through till New Year's, obviously. Snowy outside. Cold. Temperatures in the teens. This is not normal for Washington. Not in Western Washington. I wasn't prepared. I will be prepared now. I wasn't prepared. And guess what? Nobody around here is prepared. You know, it's been a week. We've gotten, over a foot of snow. Temperatures in the teens. And no snow plows out our way. They haven't even been salting the roads or parking lots or anything. And the traffic hasn't warmed the roads enough. There is still snow all over our roads. Now, I hear the freeways are clear, but we're not anywhere near the freeways. So, I ran out of fuel for the bus because I've been using the bus's diesel heater, so I have to run the bus to heat. My propane tank is not... I guess I need to go have my big tank purged because it's not filling my little tanks even though it's full of propane. So I didn't even have my little Mr. Buddy heater to supplement. So I've been very frugal about using this heater. Basically, I live in my coat. RJ gets covered with a blanket as soon as I feel his ears are getting chilly. The warmest time of day is when we're in bed and we're covered with covers and we've got our body heat. I haven't been getting much done because it's too cold to get anything done. When the snow first happened, I went out, took some pictures, watched the dogs romp and play, but then it just got too cold. I don't even want to be outside. I didn't even take pictures that I should be taking because it's too cold to be out there and taking pictures. So, but we've survived a week of this. I missed a week of work because I have liability insurance on my car and my bus, and so if something happened in the snow, I wouldn't be covered if something happened to my car. But yesterday, I finally put on my big girl panties and braved the roads. I got fuel. I was out of dog food. The dogs have been eating rice and vegetables for a couple of days. But now I've stocked up on supplies. I will be prepared next time. I'm going to install my diesel heater. I'm going to need help from Justin to drill holes in the floor and mount the tank on the wall. But I found a spot. I just have to clear it out. I'm putting it between the bed and the love seat. But I have a bunch of storage there that I'm going to have to clear out and then figure out where else to go. Also, the tank is going to be on my side handicap door so that I can open up the door and I'm not refilling the diesel for the diesel heater inside the bus. But I also, that door, I have storage all crammed up against that to the point that when I open that door I have to hold stuff in so it doesn't fall out. So I have quite a bit of storage that I'm either going to have to weed down some of that stuff and try and find other places to put it. But I have a feeling some more weeding down is in my future because I don't really have anywhere else to put this stuff. Anyhow, Echo is doing much better. Yes. She does still get snappy with RJ sometimes. But she's really good. All I have to do is yell, "Hey!" and she immediately stops. So he's not really getting bit or anything. She just sort of goes after him. Yes, I'm talking about you. She goes after him. And poor RJ, he's very good and tolerant. Lay down. Good girl, now stay. This boy is so sweet and so tolerant. And there really is an affection between the two of them. But there's just so much jealousy on her part. I think the more secure she gets, the less jealous she'll be of my attentions. But she's very, very obedient. She obeys all my commands. And she's not running off on me. I can trust her. I go outside and fill my diesel tank. Oh, excuse you. That was a burp. And I've had to resort to a wheelbarrow because of all the snow. I use a wheelbarrow to haul my gas cans and hauling water and my power stations. Now everything is too heavy and too hard to do in the snow, so I just use a wheelbarrow up back and forth. So we're surviving it. I actually, if you want to know the truth, and Jenny and Justin offered to let me sleep in the house, but I sleep better in my bed. And even though it's cold, we're surviving it. What it has given me is a much appreciation that I even have my bus. I can't help but think of all the homeless people out there in this weather. I am so blessed. I have my bus. I keep the temperature during the day. I run the heat very sporadically, and I don't turn it on until I can see our breath. When I can see our breath, then it's time to it's time to turn on the heater for a little bit. And I don't warm it up enough to where I want to take my coat off. I warm it up to where I'm comfortable in my coat. And I'm blessed. I'm fortunate. My big mistakes were I wasn't paying attention to the weather. If I'd been paying attention and knew what was coming, if I had been going to my AccuWeather and checking out what's coming in the next couple of days, I would have stocked up on supplies and fuel, so I wouldn't have been running low and out of stuff before I could get out on the roads again. So that was my bad. Mostly my heart breaks for homeless people that are out suffering in this. So we're fine in the bus. Chilly. I don't like it. If this is a sign of what our winters are going to start being here in the Northwest, like, I'll be watching the weather so that I'm prepared if more of this keeps happening this winter. And if it does, I'm going to figure out a way. I do not want to spend winters in Washington. I'll have to find another option. Which just keeps life interesting, doesn't it? But the Northwest is beautiful up here in the summer. But if we're going to start having snowy winters like this, I am not a snow girl. I don't like the snow. I've never been into winter sports. It's too cold. And I don't like the cold. So if they're predicting next winter to be like this winter, I'm going to be hightailing it somewhere else before winter sets in. I'm hoping that I will be established well enough with Walmart that if I want to go winter somewhere else, I can hook up to a local Walmart and still work in the winter. Because I have to say, I'm already addicted to paychecks. I missed a week of work in this snow. I'll be going back next week because I braved the roads and I made it. So I'll be going to work next week, but the temperatures are supposed to warm up a bit and it's supposed to start raining. So I can't imagine not having the Walmart job with that extra cash rolling in so that I can save and have the emergency funds and be able to repair. RJ, as soon as the snow's clear, I'm going to be taking RJ into the vet. He worries me a bit. He He's not throwing up his food, and he's still eating and everything. But daily, he goes out, eats grass, and then pukes up the grass and slime. And this isn't his normal MO, and it's been happening on a fairly regular basis. So I'm going to go have him checked out and see if there's something going on. So hopefully nothing serious is going on. But I don't know why when he first started doing it, I thought it was because he was eating chicken poop. You know, he might have, I don't know, he might have an infection that he just can't quite get rid of. I don't know. I have no clue. But I'm not taking any chances with my guy. His energy level is his same low energy level. You know, there's nothing amiss other than the fact that he feels the need to go out, eat grass daily, and then puke it up with slime. He's not puking up his food. So those are the things that are going on right now. The next thing I'm going to be doing is installing the heater. I'll need Justin to drill the holes in the floor and mount the heater. But other than that, I think I can do it. I'm going to have to elevate it a bit because the fuel line is underneath it and you don't want it to crimp. So I'm going to raise it about this much off the floor so that the fuel line can connect without doing any sharp bends. And the one drawback to these diesel heaters that I've heard over and over and over again is the loud ticking of the pump. So I'm going to be mounting the pump on the side of my love seat. And I think I'm just going to rig an insulated box to put over it and try and tone down the ticking. But I can so put up with a ticking noise if I'm warm. Ticking, heat, decent trade. But I think I can muffle it with a little insulated box over the pump. And I'm loving my Blue Eddy heater, or my Blue Eddy power station. I will still do a video on that. My biggest issue about getting videos out, I'm hoping to be able to get this video out, is our internet out here goes from not at all to 2 week to upload videos. So we've got sort of a calm between, like right now it's not supposed to do anything today, but it's supposed to snow again tomorrow. So I'm hoping today I'll have a strong enough internet to post this video. If I don't, I'm hoping maybe I have enough to at least post on the community page and let you guys know I'm still alive. So I hope everybody else is staying warm. It's cold here in Washington right now. Really cold. Like, I can't even believe temperatures in the teens. Are you kidding me? That is craziness. And I don't use any heat at night, and we're just all doing our body heat. But I've woke up in the mornings to ice in the dog's water dish. And I also, the other day when I went to go get fuel and supplies, I didn't bring the dogs because I didn't want to break down or get stuck somewhere and have the dogs with me. So I had the dogs out to do their little run around, make sure they got any pee or poop out they needed. Then I put them back in the bus, and then I took off to get fuel. When I came back, there was snow all over my floor because all the snow that they shook off them and all the snow on their paws came off on the floor, but it was so cold that it didn't melt. And I was so cold that I just crawled into bed with the dogs, turned on the bus, and just watched the snow melt into puddles, and then I wiped it up. Huge icicles all over the bus because when I warm it up, some of the snow melts, but then it freezes up again. In the beginning, when it first started snowing, the bus wasn't getting snow because I'm tucked under the trees like this. It wasn't probably until the third day that the bus got covered with snow too. So that's that for now. I really am trying to get a video out every Sunday. I just had some issues with the internet being strong enough to upload videos. But I'm still here alive and kicking, and I'm thinking about you guys out there. And it's good to, if this video gets out, it's good to see you. I mean, it'll get out eventually, but I'm hoping to get it out before Sunday anyway. So, until next week, hopefully we're going to be done with this snow stuff for a while, and storms. It's the storms that makes our internet go from barely good enough to not good enough. So, I'm loving my bus. I feel blessed to have my home. I'm blessed to be parked where I am. But I don't want to do this again. I don't want to do a winter like this again. Even with my diesel heater. I don't like it. I like to be outside. And this snow, let me tell you, it keeps me inside. It makes my chores harder. All my outdoor stuff that I do. I spend a lot of time outside. Right now I'm hunkered down in the bus these days. But I did have a very nice Christmas with the family. You know, Christmas is all about the kids, and it was so much fun to watch kids opening presents. New Year's Eve, my plan is to celebrate it with my 2 dogs by staying cozy warm in my bus. And May 1922. May 2022 be a better year for all of us. I know we've had a bad few years, but I actually think 21 was a little better than 20, even with all its heartbreaks. So I'm hoping 22 is kinder to all of us. So till I see you next time, stay warm, stay safe, and I'll see you next week.